head and imagine what that will feel like when you accomplish all that you want to do with Avon. So this saying, I can and I will, the first step is really believing in yourself and saying, I can do that and I want to have those sales, or I want to lead a team that large, and I'm going to do it. So when I was invited to my first President's Club lunch, I was actually invited as a guest. I did not make President's Club in my first year with Avon. But I saw a local rep, Gloria Moore, get recognized on stage, and they shared that she would be going on a free trip for reaching President's Council level with sales. And I thought that was just wonderful that she was going to earn a free trip with Avon every single year for having high sales. So it was at that point that I decided I want those high sales, and then it was just a matter of finding out how I was going to get there. Another moment where that happened for me was going on my first President's Club trip, the recognition celebration. My husband and I earned the trip to Punta Cana. That was my very first trip with Avon, and I was quite shy and timid back then, and I didn't really know anyone. But seeing those successful Avon reps being recognized on stage and announcing that they had, you know, millions of dollars of sales in 1 year with their team, I also sat back and said, wow, you know, I want to be there someday. Back then it sounded impossible. But now it's not so far out of reach. So my moral of this story is that first you need to start with I can, I believe in myself, and then you need to figure out how you're going to get there, because it's not going to be the same for everyone. The agenda is I will cover some of our team stats. I want to do some recognition. I'm going to go over upcoming events, current incentives. I have some recruiting and leadership tips for you, and then I want to do a live demo. So congratulations to everyone on Team Momentum. Our sales through campaign 8 so far are $263,942. If we finish out the year at the same average that we're having per campaign right now, we will finish at over $850,000 in sales. So that is just a tiny bit away from 1 million. So I'm going to reach and say that we're going to do $1 million in total unit sales this year. I hope that you all get to experience that as a team with me. That would be such a cool goal to reach. And we do have a year-to-date unit sales increase of almost 130,000. So if we continue out at that pace for the rest of the cycle, we are looking at over 420,000 in unit sales increase. So that is amazing. Give yourself a round of applause. Keep turning in those sales, finding those customers, and staying motivated and excited about your business. So we are now up to 380 reps on Team Momentum, and it is only the 15th of April, and we already have 74 new team members. So those of you who are recruiting, way to go. That's amazing. I hope we continue the month out just as strong. So congratulations. Some of our top sales teams, we have Team Triumph with Leslie at 60, almost 700. Cheryl Papayan at Team Shine, and I'm sorry if I butchered your last name there, Cheryl, over 2,400 in sales. Tracy, the Beauty Runners, over 1,900. Trisha, over 1,400. and Tina over 1,100. So great job, guys. Top 5 with total reps. Leslie, 62. Trisha, 18. Tina, 16. Cheryl, 15. And Megan, 12. Remember that you do want strong numbers in your teams. But more importantly, you want to help your team succeed. So if you have less people for that and you're comfortable with that, go at your own pace and advance and add on as you feel comfortable. So appointments in April, we have Leslie with 10, Kim with 4, Cheryl with 4, Lori with 2, Tracy with 2, Tina with 1. We have 4 new promoters this campaign, Vilma 1, Kendra 1, Juanita 1, and Trisha 1. So great job, everyone. Remember, in order for an appointment to count as an addition, they need to place their first order. And congratulations to Cheryl and Christine on your title advancements. Way to go, guys. Cheryl advanced to Silver Ambassador and Christine advanced to Star Promoter. I wanted to share with you some of my pictures from the trip I just returned from. We just went to Las Vegas for the 2006. Sorry, we're celebrating 2015, so that always confuses me because it's 2016, but we went to the 2015 celebration. So you'll see in my pictures right up top here in the middle, that is my LABC manager. For those of you that don't know what that is, I have an Avon store that is, they're basically not around anymore unless you can find someone to buy it from. So that is my manager there. I decided to take Holly instead of my husband Rob, because believe it or not, Rob gets sick of hearing everything about Avon sometimes. So I thought I'd give him a little break and give a big thank you to my manager Holly, who has been with me for 8 years now, and she was actually one of my first team members ever. Here's a picture with Margaret, the Vice President of Sales of North America. We got to go see the Red Rocks, and that's what you see behind us there in the picture. If you haven't had a chance to meet Margaret yet, I highly recommend that you seek her out at one of our events because she has a lot of energy. She gets things done for us, and she listens. Here at the bottom, I had the opportunity to have dinner with Trisha Thomas, who has been on Team Momentum for a couple years, and I have never met her face-to-face. So that was an extra treat that I got to meet her and have dinner with her. Down at the bottom, it's a bunch of Avon reps at the pool. I just want to show you how much fun we have on these trips, and the friendships that we make really do last a lifetime. So I know that I'll have friends all over the United States for the rest of my life, thanks to Avon. And one more, me over here with Michael Jackson. Holly and I took the opportunity to go see the show One. It's all about Michael Jackson's life, and it was a Cirque du Soleil, so it was awesome. I highly recommend it if you are going to Vegas. So we have spring rallies coming up. They are free to attend. You will get to experience a product marketing preview. Each event has a star representative that will be presenting and giving their testimonial. You will have a rally exclusive Beauty Bliss and Pro Look product collections, probably that you can order, and then you get to experience the sisterhood and the excitement of being at an Avon event. I promise it'll make you want to go to more because we just have so much fun. The rallies start at the end of April and go through July. You can see all the different cities on here, and Margaret will be traveling to these rallies. She promised we'll have cake and celebration, and it's going to be a fun time. So if you are near Morton Grove, I am the rep speaking there, so I would love to meet you. And I do have the link at the bottom there so you can register. You can also click in youravon.com on the banners on the right-hand side. As of yesterday, they weren't working properly, but hopefully they are fixed. RepFest. Who is going to RepFest? Woo! Hopefully you saw my cheesy video that I made with Autumn and Elizabeth Demas in Las Vegas to promote RepFest. We did a cheesy video to try and get more reps signed up. I can't say enough positive things about trying to go to this conference if it is at all possible. There's moments in your Avon career where you're going to have to take a little bit of a risk, and I promise that every time I have taken that leap of faith with Avon and taken a big risk, it has paid off for me. Right in the beginning when I said I want those high sales, I took advantage of the LABC opportunity, invested a lot of money, and my husband was supportive enough to let me do that, and I took a big risk, but it's been successful ever since. I again took another risk about 3 years ago when I decided I didn't want to work in the LABC anymore, that I wanted to focus on online marketing and building my leadership team. And look at where I am now. Last year, almost 70,000 in online sales and almost 400 reps on my team. So if this is a risk for you trying to get out of your comfort zone and go to RepFest, I hope that I can give you the little push that you need to sign up and be there. There's going to be a keynote speaker, a concert that is included. It will be at the MGM Grand. You'll get to learn from top Avon reps like Molly Stone-Bibb, Teresa Paul, Lisa Scola, Lisa Wilbur, and many more executive leaders and top leaders in Avon. I wanted to list some of the business seminars that are going to be featured, and this is just a small portion. There are probably 30 to 40 business building seminars that you can sign up for. And this is what's going to make a huge difference in your business, is learning from others who have already succeeded in these areas. So we have a man's perspective, meet the authors of View from the Top, Avon Digital Tour, Business of Fashion, Building Your Brand, Color, What's Hot in Makeup, Avon Fundraising, Promoting Yourself in a Digital World. That's by yours truly here. So if you are going, I would love to meet you and have you sign up for my seminar. Everyday Selling, Leadership 101, Finance, A Family Affair, and Jumpstarting Your Business. So these are going to be the sessions that are really going to stick out to you, and you're going to get that hands-on learning that you may not get in your everyday life of doing Avon. So who is registered from Team Momentum? We have 5 people registered so far, 6 including myself. We have Tracy, Cheryl, Leslie, Kim, and Trisha signed up. I would love to meet so many more of you. If you have the money, if you can come up with the money and raise the money through your Avon business to make it to RepFest, I promise you won't regret it. I would love to pack the house with Team Momentum and also my makeup marketers, so I hope to see you there. Register by May 31st for a chance to earn 2-night stay at MGM. I think Avon's giving away 150 of those packages, so all you have to do to enter is register by the end of May. And you can count this trip as a business expense. When else can you go to Las Vegas and have a blast and meet friends and learn and be able to write it off on your taxes? That's a huge bonus there. And you can also use your President's Points for airline cards. There are American airline cards on the PRP Community Rewards Center. I will show you that a little bit later if I remember. And you can register by going to that website right below. So Team Momentum is currently ranked at number 27 in the Viva Vegas incentive. What that means is we are number 27 for having the highest percentage of our team members registered. So I want to double or triple that. So if you are on Team Momentum and you are not signed up yet, go do it. Take the risk, take the chance, build your business, and invest in yourself. If we are one of the top 10 in percentage of team members registered out of Gold Leaders, we will get a meet and greet with the American authors, round-trip limo transportation, and 2-hour brunch with the keynote speaker. So I get to pick 5 team members to go to that. So let's do this. We will be considered VVIP if we win the Viva Vegas incentive. There are different packages that you can purchase for RepFest. You can do the 130 anniversary package and then add on the a la carte options if you want. Or you can just go ahead and buy either the gold or platinum package. When you do register, Avon gives you a chance to split up the billing. So you're not going to have to come up with all that money right up front. I think they divide it into 2 payments so it's more affordable for you, and you can save up to pay for the second half. And the MGM, only $109 a night. That is amazing for Las Vegas and MGM Grand. Find a roommate, and that's only just over $50 a piece for you each night. I hope I've talked you into going. Right after you get out this webinar, you're going to go register. Now let's talk about let's talk about the different levels of leadership. We talked about the fun things. Now let's get down to business. I know when I was a unit leader back in the day, which is probably considered an ambassador now, I would look at the chart of all the different titles and requirements and just get completely overwhelmed. So what I recommend to you is to look at the title that you're at and cover up everything else besides the title right above you. It's much easier to break down and feel like you can accomplish it when you look at the different steps that you need to take. So I am a gold leader right now. I would only look at the executive leader level to see where I stand and how close I am to reaching that. So I recommend you do the same thing, and before you know it, you'll be up the leadership ladder at the leader level or the executive leader level. So reach high, but just look at the next step so that you can move forward. I'll have the ability to help you a little bit as long as you're still doing the work and you're going to follow up on those leads as if you were paying for them yourself. So I'm all for helping our team and providing guidance, but I will not do it for you. So those that are already star promoters and above know that I am there for you for moral support and to help you advance in your journey. Now, once you are an ambassador, you can buy leads yourself. The standard leads are $4 a piece. It means that they have said they're interested in working from home. They may not have said, I'm interested in selling Avon. So the premium leads are ones that have said, I'm interested in selling Avon. So those are much better, have a much higher conversion rate. So if you are going to invest in leads, I really recommend premium. I have seen as high as a 40 to 50% conversion rate when I follow up with the premium leads, and a lot of them do self-appoint. So if you are looking to earn an extra $500 per month. That's what you can expect at the Gold Ambassador level. At the Gold Leader level, you are looking at earning about $2,000 a month through leadership earnings. And I am at Gold Leader right now. My checks are between $1,500 and $2,000 just for leadership every 2 weeks. So those of you that are not earning very much right now, maybe you're at the ambassador level, Gold Ambassador, and you're not really seeing leadership paying off, it's the same as I teach with online marketing. In the beginning, you're going to do so much work, and you're going to work hard and long. You're going to do all you can to get the ball rolling, but it doesn't start really gaining momentum until you've really put in the work and some time has passed. So just like online marketing, leadership does take time, but then once you do get to the executive levels, all that hard work is worth it. It all starts paying off. So this big number over here, if you're wanting to make life-changing money with Avon, I'm talking $25,000 per month. Just think, what would you do with that kind of money if you were earning it through Avon? You had freedom of time, your family had freedom of time. Wouldn't that be incredible? So my goal is to help as many of you that want to get all the way up to these silver and gold and platinum levels so you can make life-changing money. And while you're doing that, you're changing people's lives as well. So definitely more than just the monetary reward. So we're looking at the journey to gold here. And I want everyone to really get a good understanding of this incentive, because I feel like we could be making so much more in bonuses if we just understood this incentive better. So I really encourage you to take the time to learn this, and you can find the flyer for it under the leadership tab and leadership incentives. So anyone that you sign up to sell Avon on your team, if you help them place orders of 100 or more, or you encourage them, I shouldn't say you help them, you encourage them to place orders of 100 or more, they do that and pay for them on time, you will get a $35 check for their first campaign. And if they do the same for campaigns 2 through 4, you'll get another $10 check each campaign. So that's a total of $65 in bonus money for every single new person you bring into your team. Now this incentive goes through campaign 19, so you do still have some time to earn with this incentive. So just think, all you need is 10 people who are successful on your team, and you're going to be putting $650 into your pocket. Try going for 3 new appointments every campaign, and you'll earn that $650 in no time. On top of that, there is a promote, maintain, and mentor bonus opportunity. You can see both of these opportunities are for all levels of ambassador. So when you promote to, say, ambassador for the first time, you will earn a $100 bonus as long as it's before campaign 19. If you perform at that level for 3 consecutive campaigns, you'll also get a $300 bonus. And same goes for the Silver Ambassador and Gold Ambassador. You can earn these promote rewards and maintain rewards. So we're looking at Gold Ambassador earning $800 in bonus money on top of all those $65 appointments that you've had. So you can see how this money could really add up quickly for you. And I really encourage you to focus on the next level. So if you are ambassador, work on getting to silver ambassador. And then we can move on and look at gold ambassador, but do one step at a time. So on Team Momentum, we do have some team members that are taking advantage of the journey to gold. We have Trisha, Leslie, Cheryl, Leticia, Tracy, Tina, Angeline, Belita, Christine, Maricela, Heather, and Kim have all brought in bonus money for the journey to gold. Way to go, guys. I hope that I can encourage you to bring in even more money, because when we're all making money, we're all happy, right? Not necessarily, but it does help the cause most of the time. 40% discount program. The flyer is now including through your new team members 8 campaigns, their first 8 campaigns. Thank you, Cheryl, who let me know that that flyer was updated. So now it says if they reach sales of 100 or more in their first 4 campaigns, they will earn 40% on most products, any that are not fixed earning. And then for their 5th through 8th campaign, if they place orders of 200 or more, then that 40% discount will be extended. They also receive free beauty samples and at least 1 free full-size product for each of those campaigns. So work with your new team members and encourage them to place orders of 100 or more. Help them find ways to find customers right in the beginning. For our upcoming leadership, or I'm sorry, not just leadership calls, but for our team call, I have it scheduled for next Thursday. I will be researching conference lines so that we don't have the issues that we did last night. New rep call. I will have a call for anyone who's brand new to the Avon opportunity on Team Momentum on April 28th. Our calls are now going to be on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Central. Now let's talk about some of my tips, recruiting tips. So this is a very obvious recommendation, but it really took me really kind of thinking about this to actually put it into place. So when I decided I wanted to really pursue leadership, I was like, well, you know, everything that I do is geared towards increasing sales. So if I want to recruit, I need to spend some of my time doing recruiting activities. Well, duh. I know it sounds very obvious, but take a look at how you're spending your time. If you want to be successful in both sales and leadership, are you splitting that time in half and spending your time on activities that are geared towards either sales or leadership? Follow established Avon leaders. So there are many successful Avon representatives out there. What I recommend is looking, I have a few of the groups listed on one of the slides towards the end here. But you can also look at those view from the top books. There are 3 volumes, and it contains, I believe, about 20 to 25 authors in each. So find those people, see what they do, how did they get where they are. Read the view from the top books if you get a chance, because they'll really open your eyes as to what you can accomplish with Avon. Offer 3 opportunities to every contact that you touch with the Avon, with your Avon business every day. So try to talk to 3 people a day about your Avon business. That would be 21 people in a week, 42 people in a campaign. So I would be very surprised if you talked to 42 people about Avon and had no one interested in anything. So I like to think about it as giving them a gift or an opportunity. Maybe you want to give them, ask them if they want an Avon catalog, and then on the catalog you have a flyer about joining your team. Maybe you have your website with the coupon code so they can place an order with you. Maybe you want to include a flyer about fundraising. So the 3 opportunities that I for sure always present to people are to buy from me, to join my team, and to shop my website. Use the words buy or sell. So whenever you're doing your signature, whether if it's on your email template or on your business card or online, make sure you use the words to buy or sell Avon and then visit your website, whatever that is. Maybe just including those words that distinguishes that you are a leader might be all that they need to ask you about the opportunity and ask you for more information. So get in the habit of saying to buy or sell Avon, visit youravon.com/eSecret, whatever your website is. Use 2 to 3 sentences with a benefit and how to sign up with you on social media. So if you are posting on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, make your sentences short, sweet, and to the point. Try to include a benefit. So work from home would be a benefit. Be your own boss would be a benefit. Enjoy freedom of time with Avon. So I like to start out with a benefit. How is it going to provide a benefit to their lives? How is it going to make their lives better if they sign up for Avon? And then I like to say, I like to explain to them how to sign up on my team. So just 2 to 3 sentences, short, sweet, and to the point. Some more tips for success. Customize your Avon website. Make sure that you have the e-newsletter and the Beautiful widgets on your website. If you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say widget, it's just kind of like a tool on your e-store, and you can actually update what's on there. So I do have a video on YouTube about customizing your Avon website. I recommend looking that up, and maybe I'll even show you in the demo at the end here. But the Beautiful widget collects information if they're interested in selling. E-newsletter signs them up for your email list as long as you have on the automated email program, which I highly recommend. Use your social media center frequently. So don't go in there and share everything possible all at the same time. Visit the social media center. If you can, ideally do it like 2 to 3 times per day and share at different times throughout the day and share different posts. You want to rotate what you're posting about. You want to rotate when you post. The more you balance what you're putting out there for everyone, the more successful you'll be because you're reaching more people by not just posting the same thing over and over. Follow Avon products on YouTube. You can use those videos to share about the opportunity. I was watching one of the older Rich and Famous videos the other night, and even those are kind of fun to watch. You can see how people have lived a bit better life thanks to Avon and the opportunity that they provide. So you can always go on the Avon Products corporate YouTube page and share those videos as a way to draw people to your team. The single most effective way that I have recruited team members are through my blog posts about the opportunity. Even though it has worked so well for me, it may not be what works for you. You really have to find where you're gifted, where you're successful, what you can share with others, and you have to apply that to your own business. So I'm not very good at doing fundraisers, but I do enjoy marketing my business online. So that's where I've focused my attention. Find out what works best for you and become an expert at it. You can also make recruiting videos, do product reviews on YouTube, talk about the Avon opportunity, let people know your story, how it's made a difference in your life. And if you're just starting out, use other people's examples. Share that I just got to go to Las Vegas for an all-expense-paid trip with Avon. Share other people's success until you're there yourself. So here is the website, the web page on my makeupmarketingonline.com website, where you can go and read all kinds of different online recruiting tips. And one more page for tips. Use the power of 3 in person and online. So we talked about you introducing your Avon business to 3 different people per day. Try to do that online as well. So connect with 3 new people on Facebook. Follow 3 new people on Twitter. If you get in the habit of doing that every single day, your network will continue to grow and increase. And the more activity you have on there, the more people will follow you. So I used to try and add new contacts and expand my network. Now I don't have to do it anymore because people are finding me. So in the beginning, make the efforts that it takes to reach more people. You can use a recruiting label on the front of your book. I like to put labels on the front so that people see it right away, so they don't have to flip it over and look at the back of the book. I like to say when it's on paper that I use startavon.com. I tell them to go to www.startavon.com and use reference code eSegrin. So eSegrin is my eStore username. Whatever you picked yours to be is going to be your reference code for how people can join your team. So whenever it's on paper, you want to tell them to go to startavon.com and enter reference code, whatever it is. There is a way where you do it online where it's pre-filled for them, and that would be http://eSegrin.avonrepresentative.com/opportunity/start. So I know that's kind of a mouthful, but what it does is pre-fills your reference code for them so that there is no room for error. As far as some leadership tips, not just recruiting tips, pick a team name. When you have a name for your team, like Team Momentum, it gives your representative team members a sense of belonging. You can cheer for your team. It's just a nice thing to do when you're starting to grow a team so that everyone feels like they are contributing. Do recognition often. I recognize our team every single time a campaign closes, and I really think it's one of the big reasons why we have such great growth in our unit sales. So recognize your team. Whether you have a smaller team and you just want to do it as a whole group, or you have a bigger team and you want to do new reps, leadership, and sales. The more you can recognize, the better. I've never heard anyone complain about getting told congratulations, but it could happen. Use Avon incentives to motivate your team. If Avon doesn't have any leadership incentives or recruiting incentives going on, make one up for your own team. You can go to Walgreens and buy a 3-pack of $10 Starbucks gift cards. Maybe you want to do a recruiting week, and for each recruit they sign up, they get an entry in your drawing, and then you can send out 3 of those $10 Starbucks cards to different leaders on your team. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to make up fun incentives for your team. And then teach how to recruit and be a strong leader. So be a good example. and try to help your team members figure out their strengths and how they're going to build a team. In the very beginning, people like a little bit more support and that reassurance to let them know that they're doing a good job. So don't just always demand for results without providing tips for how they can get there. Oh man, I have another slide here. I thought I was done with the tips. Okay, one more. So write newsletters for your team. I have one that I post for Team Momentum, and then I also have a leadership newsletter. I like the two different ones because I want to provide different information for each audience. Publish your information publicly for all reps. So you've created all this material to try and help your own team. Why not help other Avon reps that are out there? By you helping them, you're helping yourself get closer to your goal. So we've heard that saying where Zig Ziglar says, you can have all that you want if you just help people get what they want. Those aren't exact words, but that's the gist of it. And the more you help others, the closer you'll get to your own goals. Talk about President's Club and leadership often with your team members. I know in the very beginning it can feel like you are talking to nobody, but I promise as you go grow and your team grows, they will start interacting more with you the bigger the team becomes and the more comfortable they feel with you. So talk about these two important topics often with your team, President's Club and leadership. I already talked about creating your own incentives, but also use Avon incentives to get them excited and motivated. Sometimes you don't have to create your own incentives because Avon has great ones on the table, and it's just a matter of promoting what Avon is offering to get your team excited. My last tip, I'm pretty sure, is to use multiple forms of communication. So whenever I have something that I want to communicate to my team, I do an email, I try to post it on Facebook, and then I offer support to talk one-on-one if anyone's interested in that. So I like to use different forms of reaching out to my team because some are going to be more effective than others. Some of my team members I even I'll message with frequently on Facebook. So you have to figure out what your team is comfortable with and do multiple forms so that it reaches the most of your team members. All right, so that was my last tip there. I'm sure many of you have seen this before. This is what I was telling you. You can send people to startavon.com and give them your reference code to get them to sign up on your team. So if you go into your web office, say you don't know your eStore address, you can find it right here under this tools to maximize your business. Find me on Facebook if we're not already friends. I really enjoy getting to know my team members, even if we live states away. It's kind of fun to get to know them personally through Facebook and see their family and friends and communicate that way. Look for Avon Team Momentum. If you are on our team, we do have a Facebook group for that. If you are not on my team, you can still join the Makeup Marketing online group. And then here's some other groups that I recommend joining as well. Onward with Molly Stone Bibb, Tuesdays with Teresa, Monday Morning Madness with Lisa Wilbur, Success with Scola, Lisa Scola, and Avon Flyers by Alicia. The Formidable Four, those leaders, these four leaders also do conference calls that are open to all Avon representatives, not just their teams. So be sure to check out those Facebook groups. And then I do have most of those leaders listed here again to follow on YouTube. If you're just starting out and you're really struggling, having a hard time finding customers, or having a hard time recruiting, spend your time training and learning from others. If we all take that time to do personal development, we are always going to be growing. So I recommend checking out these leaders on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. And that is the end of the PowerPoint slide. There were a few things that I wanted to show you in YourAvon.com. I've really felt that our team was kind of missing out by not having these leadership calls, and I think we are all going to benefit from each other by taking the time to go over these leadership topics and recruiting topics, so that we can all share our success with one another. It's kind of fun to see my team members getting to know each other and answering each other's questions, and I'm really starting to feel that sense of community with how large our team has grown. So over here, I don't see the spring rally over here, but RepFest is right here to register. Under events and meetings, you should be able to find, maybe they took the spring rally down for right now, but it should be back. Make sure you check out all the events and meetings and all the incentives that are going on. And then I want to take you, first I want to show you under my account, under key campaign dates. This is really going to help you understand the due dates for your team members. I have team members in every single RPS, so it does get kind of overwhelming and confusing to figure out where we are in the campaign cycle. So what I like to do is take my planner. I have a weekly planner, and it has a monthly view as well as a weekly view. And I plan out my month first, so I put all the due dates for the campaign for each RPS so that I know that we're at where we're at. I send out reminders through my marketing assistant. She sends out reminders for when orders are due for every different RPS. So as a leader, I think it's important to understand the due dates so that you can tell your team members, because not only is there going to be a due date for their physical order, their e-store is going to switch on a different day. So it's just good to get in the habit of understanding all those different due dates. And hopefully Avon will simplify our lives sometime this cycle and do something else about the mail plans. But for now, this is a very helpful place to come. The earnings statement is going to be where you see how much you've earned for the campaign in your leadership check. We'll see if it's going to open here for us. Okay. So campaign 8, my leadership check was almost $1,300. So not too shabby when we add in my online sales and my LABC sales and my training revenue. So I have money coming in from 4 different areas. So it's really starting to become a good income for me. So anyways, on the earnings statement, you can see all of your reps. You can see the orders that they place. If you are new to leadership or just starting to get your team involved, look for people who are submitting 150 or more orders to talk about leadership with. You may want to go through your earnings statement and see who your top sellers are and highlight them and have a conversation with them about earning more money through the sales leadership program. Avon University, there's all kinds of helpful training classes on there. Be sure to take the ALMA class if you want to buy leads. So ALMA is Advanced Lead Management application. And that is what we use to buy leads. And remember, that's when you're an ambassador or above. So under sales leadership here, You can see the incentives that are going on. You can see the commission chart and the different titles that you can achieve in leadership by clicking on the Advanced Leadership Program here. Downline Manager will open up in just a minute, and ALMA is the Avon Leads Management application. So if you click on ALMA, there is a training class that you need to take in order to have access to ALMA. So make sure you go to the ALMA playlist and watch through that if you plan on eventually getting leads through Avon. And I recommend everyone that has any team members signs up for ALMA, because if someone goes to your website, says they're interested in selling Avon, that's where their information is going to go to. It's going to go to ALMA, and that's where you're going to want to look for it. So here you can see I have 2 leads that I haven't opened yet, so I'm going to want to go in there and follow up as soon as possible. Under Preferences is where you can make your choices for how many leads you want per campaign. And that's our little overview of ALMA there. Remember, if any of your leaders are at the star promoter level or higher, you are able to delegate to your leaders if you're busy or if you want to help them reach another level. Let's go into Downline Manager. Okay, so there are quite a few things that I look at every day. This is one of the first places I come in the morning when I wake up because I want to see what my numbers have updated to. So you can see my personal sales are right up at top here. That's one key number that I look for. My unit sales so far are right here. That's another key number I look for. And then if you're needing to reach a certain order number, I know that I have enough orders to qualify me for the levels I'm trying to reach. But if you're just starting out and trying to get ambassador, you're going to want to look at the number of orders, your total team sales, and then your personal sales as well. Down here we can compare if you've been with Avon for a year, you can compare your numbers. So my personal sales are about the same, a little bit lower this year, which is okay. My unit sales have almost tripled, so that is awesome. I try not to look at other representatives' performance. I always compare myself to my previous self, and as long as I'm doing better, I'm happy with that. We can see what I earned. So I earned almost $1,300, where last year it was only $400. So I really encourage you to get to the gold leader level. The paychecks are so much nicer once you get to gold leader. You really feel like you're making a difference or making some headway there when you get to the gold leader level. You can see how many appointments you've had. So our unit signed up 26 new appointments, and last year we only had 5. I have 370 team members here, only had 178 last year. So I also keep all that information in a spreadsheet so that I can go back further than a year, which I'll cover in a different video because I don't want this one to get way too long. There's certain reports that I like to look at, and I recommend if you're a leader that you should look at these as well. The Campaign 6 to 19 Journey to Gold. This is going to tell you where your team members are at, what they need to do to earn those promote and maintain bonuses. And it's going to tell you how much you've earned with the program. So be sure to open that report. The 40% discount program is another great one to look at. It's going to tell you some key information about your new team members. It's going to have how much they've placed in their first 4 campaigns. If they haven't placed an order yet, it will tell you when they need to place it by in order to qualify for the program. So it's really helpful to look at that, because sometimes your new reps will place just over $100 order and then something becomes not available, which knocks them out of qualifying for that campaign. So if you can take the time to email them or call them and say, hey, you only need $5 more to make 40% on your order, it's definitely worth tracking and helping your new team members track for that. Viva Vegas is the team competition or team incentive to earn meeting that band and the limo ride. So if you are a leader, please reach out to your team members and ask them to sign up for Rep Fest. See how you can talk them into going, because I promise it will make a huge difference in everyone's business that attends. Leadership tracking, this report is really important. I like to look at it at least every campaign. It updates after the campaign closes, and it's really cool because here it says that I made Gold Leader. You're performing at Gold Leader, and it tells me what I need to do to reach the next level. So I need the 200 in personnel sales, so that's green, meaning that I got that in campaign 8. We need 40,000 in team sales, which we also reached. We had 42,466. I need 10 first-generation orders, which is kind of funny because I don't think you could ever get 40,000 with 10 people. But anyways, we met that goal. And then what I am missing here is I do have two silver ambassadors or higher. I need a third, and I need a gold leader in order to get to the executive leader level. And it tells me how much more money I'm going to make at each title level. So I highly recommend that you check out that report to help you see what exactly you need to do to reach the next title level. Another thing that I like to look at are pending appointments. I like to check out who on our team has had appointments. So I always sort it by date here. Scroll down to the bottom and we can see some of my fabulous leaders have been recruiting, so that is wonderful. And then something else that I like to look at, I do like to look at leadership performance report. To do my newsletters and recognition, my marketing assistant pulls a lot from the order report. And then whenever I'm looking for a specific representative to contact or looking for their information, I'll do the representative search. Title advancements is a good one. If we go in here, let's say campaign 8, I want all 3 generations. Oops, and we didn't have any advancements. All right, let's go back to campaign 7. Okay, so there's Cheryl and Christine. They both promoted in campaign 7. So that is another helpful report. And one other thing that I do, I try to do this once a month. The people who have let's see here. Let me find the right report. Let's see. I don't want titles at risk. I want removals. So about once a month, I'll go back 26 campaigns and find all of my people who have been removed as representatives, and maybe send them an email saying how they can join Avon again or how they can reinstate their account. And sorry, I'm just clicking here without telling you what I'm doing. The inactivity is another report that I run once a month. I like to look for people who have been inactive, meaning they have not placed an order or had activity on their account for 3 campaigns in a row, all the way up to 6. So I'll pull that report once a month. We have 47 team members who have been inactive for 3 or more campaigns. So I'll also send them an email saying, hey, I noticed you haven't placed an order lately. You know, is there anything I can do to help you get back into your business? Be sure to place an order this campaign or next, or your account will be closed after 6 campaigns of inactivity. All right. So I think I've probably given you way too much information for just one webinar, but hopefully you've learned a lot, or even maybe just 1 or 2 tidbits that will help you be successful in your Avon business. Team Momentum, be sure to join our call next Thursday, April 21st at 8 p.m. Central. You'll be getting an invite for that. And then we do have our new rep call on the 28th at 8 p.m. Central. Thank you all so much. Keep up the great work recruiting. Picture your vision of success with Avon and figure out how you are going to make a difference in other people's lives with Avon. Thank you. Have a great day.